Hey guys, it's Nikki. This is Scratching the Dirt. Welcome. This is a carnivore vlog. Today is Wednesday, October 1st, and it is day 40. It's the 40th day of carnivore for me. So I am obviously not in the same spot I'm usually at. I am in town today, and I taught this morning, and now I'm working this afternoon. So of course I'm right in front of the Target. But I just wanted to make sure I got some sort of update out here midweek. My schedule's gotten a little weird. I'm trying to figure out how to work it because I'm working 2 jobs on Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursday, and it's not leaving a whole lot of time for filming and editing because I'm tired. Like been busy tired. Yesterday was more than a 12-hour day for me. Today hopefully won't be quite so long. But I did want to pop in and let you know how everything's going. So everything's going great. Carnivore is just trucking right along. Everything is pretty much normal for me. I haven't had any real weird things happen, or I haven't thought of any new side effects or anything like that. So the one thing I did want to make sure I went back and touched back on was the fact that I was making bone broth. The last time I did an update, I was talking about making the bone broth, and let me tell you, I'll be making bone broth again. That stuff is delicious. Like, I drink it like coffee in the morning. So my thinking was I'm not going to be able to eat breakfast on Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursday when I have to be in town early and I have to teach, because a couple of reasons. Number one, I'm not hungry first thing in the morning, and so I'm not going to get up and cook breakfast at 6 a.m. I was in the habit of eating around 9:30 in the morning, but now I'll be in the classroom at that time. So I had to come up with something. So what I've come up with is I'm packing a lunch because I'm done at noon with that. And before I go on and start doing gig work, I'm eating lunch. But I was like, well, I'm going to get hungry because I'm used to eating at 9:30, and I'm generally only eating one meal a day. So it's been a long time since I've eaten. But yesterday was day one, and it worked perfect. I took my mug, my little coffee mug, the one that keeps it hot, and I filled it up with my bone broth, and I drank that, and I was great. I didn't get hungry yesterday until like 5 p.m., which that didn't happen today. Today I ate lunch at 12:30 after I got done. So, but it's so good. I said before, I've never had it from the store. I don't know what it tastes like out of a carton or whatever, but the bone broth that I made from those beef bones, it was beef bones, water, and salt. And I did them in the crock pot for 24 hours, and then I strained it, and when I put it, I have like these big, like massive mason jars, so I'm keeping it in that. But it's delicious. It tastes great. I'm sure it's full of nutrients because that's what they say. And but it's working. That's my breakfast. It's been my breakfast the last 2 days. That'll be my breakfast again tomorrow for sure. And then I'm going to have to make some more bone broth because I'm going to run out, and it's working really well. So if you are drinking bone broth, but you're eating or drinking it from the grocery store, good for you. I don't even know what that tastes like. But if you feel like trying to make it, it's super easy. You just put it in the crock pot and let it go for 24 hours. And then you strain it, and then you're done. So I have seen people make bone broth where they get real particular about skimming off the fat, and I didn't do all that. I was like, if there's fat, I need the fat. I'm going to drink the fat. So I literally put it in the crock pot. When 24 hours were up, I turned it off. I let it cool down some. And then I took my mason jars and I covered the top with, what do you call it? Cheesecloth. And then put a rubber band around that. And then I just ladled it in and let it drain out, or let it filter out. The bottom of the crock pot, like where all of the bones and the meat pieces and all that, and of course I pulled the meat out, where all that was, it actually ended up being darker than the top part. So I didn't like stir it up before I drained it. I just strained it. Y'all, I'm struggling today. I'm sorry. I just strained it. So the top part was more clear. And the bottom part, which actually went into a second mason jar because I ran out of room in the first one, I probably need to strain again because there's lots of those just little brown bits that I don't necessarily want to drink. I don't want to chew my broth. So I'll probably strain that again, but the idea is wonderful. It's delicious. I highly suggest you try it if you want to include bone broth. And I don't know if it just is naturally or if it's because I'm on carnivore, but it is very filling. I'm drinking just a coffee. Where is it? This. I drink it out of this. So I think this is 20 ounces. So I've had 20 ounces, which I know is a lot, but that's what I'm drinking, and it's working great. So yay, bone broth. Bone broth is where it's at for me right now. Everything else is just cruising along. So I'm going to try to get this video up as soon as I can. And, once we get past Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, then I can film on a regular basis. But thank you for being here. Let me know what you think about bone broth. Let me know if you've done it with other bones besides beef bones. And I would love to hear some suggestions of where else I can get bones. Like, is there a cheaper way to get bones that you've done and it's worked and you've saved some money that way? Because it looks like I'm going to be drinking this fairly often. So I'm going to be making it fairly often. So let me know. Hit subscribe. Stick around for the next one, or come back around for the next one. Sorry, this is kind of brief and chaotic, but I'm trying to fit this in between gig work. And I'm going to see you next time. Bye.